Today we're going to talk. I hope all of you, if you are on spring break, that you're enjoying your spring break. And if you're not on spring break, that you enjoyed or will enjoy and have some fun plans for spring break. I know several of our students here at We Thrive are on spring break or are just coming back from spring break. We're getting ready to go into spring break. So, to plan a conversation with you to match with the time here, we're going to talk about 3 effective ways for your child to reset for the last quarter of the school year. Because we know that, most kids right now, what we're finding is they will experience what we all experienced as seniors, senioritis, right? They are just done. After spring break, they are just looking for the finish line and are ready to wrap up the school year. They are not interested in heavy, big projects. Yet, the last push of the year is when things matter the most. That is when we see teachers begin to assign a lot more projects, lots of culminating activities for the school year. Colleges, right? Our college students are applying for internships, applying for jobs, getting ready for graduation, prepping for finals. That's a huge one that comes up. And so, it ain't over until it's over. Hey, stop looking. My dog just licks a lot. So, you know, it's common for parents, students, and teachers to start feeling burnt out after spring break. We're all just ready for a break, right? We need to sort of reset. And so today we're going to talk about 3 ways where you can help your child reset so that they can finish the year with momentum and finish it strong. So the first thing we want to do is take stock of what's working. Okay, so really take stock of the strategies that's working, what's going well for you guys. So we always want to make sure we come back to what's going well, what's working. Success breeds success. And if we start to begin to reflect on strategy, system, tools that are working for us, not only will we remember to use them, but we could adjust and enhance them and build upon them, right? So we tend to focus on what needs to be fixed. Instead, I am asking all of us to let's shift the energy so that we focus on what's working. Okay, let's start there because that's going to help you all, I guess, see bigger transformation, make the school year easier, right? Recognize routines and habits that are working for you as well. Okay, so take a moment to reflect, chat with your child, think about things that are working. Not only are you going to really enhance these strategies and also take note of them so you continue to do more of them, but it's going to fill your child's heart to hear and for them to brainstorm all the things that are working for them. It's going to help build self-awareness as well. This is a strength-based approach. Okay, so it's going to increase motivation and it will promote resilience in children who often feel like they are falling behind. So again, just thinking about what's working will shift your energy. If you need to put a post-it note on this, on your fridge, on your cubbies, wherever, do it, because if we focus on what's working, our brain is going to process things differently, and it's actually going to help us creatively problem solve things a bit more, make tasks easier to complete, etc. So we always want to build upon the strengths rather than reinventing the wheel and focus on what's not working for the end of the quarter. So a pro tip here is check in with your child. What's been going well, right? What have you noticed has been going well? What do they notice has been going well? What tools are working? And then reflect with them on what's working to reinforce positive habits with them. Note these, like write them down, right? Because we know our kiddos struggle with working memory, processing challenges. So take note of these so you guys have something to refer back to. Strategy number 2, revisit motivation. And I know, the final months, motivation often dips. We see a big dip in February because there's really nothing that the kids are looking forward to at that time. Spring break is far in sight. There aren't any big holidays. And so motivation attendance tends to dip in February, but we also see it again towards the end, right? Because again, they just want a break. Everyone can see the end in sight, and we're ready to kind of just take a break in June or the end of May. So motivation is challenging during these very busy months. Teachers are also assigning a lot more things. So culminating projects, essays, finals, wrapping up the school year, getting ready for end of the year school events. And so e- even though motivation is low, this is when the intensity and the workload is the highest. So we want to revisit motivation. Why? Because it's going to focus on growth goals. So, not on getting a grade, like a certain grade, but really focus on what are they looking forward to improve in themselves on, right? So, getting an A tends to be extrinsically motivated. We want to move much towards intrinsic motivation. So oftentimes we tell our kids, what feeling are you trying to move towards? So our college students will say, I'm really trying to stay calm during the end of the year, trying to really enjoy my time, but also feel like I'm prepared. Okay, so now that we know that, let's figure out how you're going to make that happen. Um, it is going to, so some examples of intrinsic motivation could be improving on skills, but getting better at planning, responding to emails. When they are intrinsically motivated, they're much more likely to stay engaged with their goals. For kids with ADHD, the shift in perspective can make a big difference as to how they approach their school year and the end of the year. Again, we're not looking towards getting a certain grade. The grade will follow. We are looking toward habits that they are building. So to do this, ask them, collaborate with them. We always start them there. Help them to set a manageable but achievable skill goal that they're looking to improve upon, and acknowledge their efforts and their progress. We always celebrate here at We Thrive, and we hope you guys do at home as well. All right, I'm going to share two more. So we actually have 4 effective strategies. But before I move on, I do want to ask you all to please share this group with your family, your friends, the schools that your children attend, because we would love to continue to do more of this. We have the next 3 weeks, we're actually going to have some Facebook Live guests joining us. So we're really excited for that. So we're bringing you, other clinicians and experts from various fields, and I'll talk more about that towards the end. But please spread this group so that we can continue to have these conversations with you all, and you guys can share them with others. We are looking to also, if you have a student who, needs support to wrap up this school year, to help them to create study plans, to plan for these end of the year projects and look at their calendar, their schedule, or to teach them how to study efficiently, please schedule a call with us. We can visit wethrivelearning.com and click on schedule a consultation. Love to chat with you and learn about your child to see if our approach would be the right fit for them, to work with one of our their educational therapists, ADHD coaches, and learning specialists. So looking forward to connecting with you all. We do have some openings, but again, they're limited. So please, if you're interested, I look forward to chatting with you. Okay, so again, that's wethrivelearning.com. And then you can click on the top right corner where it says consultation, free consult. So the third thing we recommend is to break large projects into manageable chunks, right? This is called chunking, or creating micro bits of the projects that we're doing. This is especially really important for kids who are feeling overwhelmed, and kids who have ADHD who have a lot of trouble in breaking things down into mini goals, right? So if your child's executive function skills are challenged, right? So they have a lot of trouble in planning, staying organizing, and sequencing things. You're going to want to help them do this, which is something we do here at WTL. And if your child fights you on this, right? If it's kind of a challenge where you guys are, it's like a pretty tense conversation, schedule a call with us, because removing yourself from it sometimes and asking a third party to support you guys will preserve that relationship that you have with your child, is what we find. And they will hear it from us very differently than how they hear it from you. And so we're happy to help. But yeah, where was I? So ADHD always benefit from chunking. We want to go through and help them to break things up into step-by-step pieces. This is going to help reduce their overwhelm, help them to stay focused and motivated, because they can check off each micro step that they do with their plan. And this teaches them how to time manage, how to prioritize things, and all these skills will benefit them in the long run. These are the executive function skills that we are hoping they develop. You're just supporting them with it. So, pro tip here, do not do this for them. You don't want to just come in and make the micro steps yourself. You want to really ensure that you are collaborating with them. And again, we do specialize in this with students, so please schedule a call with us if you need more support here. And then the last one we are looking for is create a spring specific routine. So the spring comes with lots of changes, right? We just had spring forward. We're going to see longer days, so there's more sun, there's changes in the weather. And so all of this is going to require your family to reset the rhythm you guys have, right? Teens and young adults um, brings a lot for teens and young adults. The spring also brings a lots of distractions because usually the weather starts to change around this time, and so we'll have longer days, more sun, more social activities, and looming end of the year deadlines. ADHD is also what did I put here? Okay, so ADHD too, we want to start creating routines because for ADHD students, they like the predictability of things, right? It's good for the brain and it serves as an anchor for them. So the more we can help our ADHDers create more structure and routines to their day, the more in control they will feel and the more likely they are to progress on any tasks or projects that they have to do. Adjust them. Let's see. Okay, so there's lots of things that I wrote here, but basically, yeah. So daylight savings time makes it harder for kids to go to sleep at their time, and so it's going to cause sleep disruptions, which makes it hard for them to stick to their regular routines. So again, they're going to need your support here. And then, so let's talk about why this is important. So helping them to create and maintain their routines is going to help them manage their time, focus, and manage their emotions. Again, we talked about some routines are sleep, going to sleep on time, helping them to do their homework, plan for their projects, and commit to social events, like basically manage their calendar. It's going to reduce their stress and improve executive function skills, which will enhance their academic performance, right? And then it's going consistent homework routines. You want to help create consistent homework routines, pickup time, like drop off and pickups, morning routines, and pretty much and routines with checking in with them afterwards. So sorry, this one seems to be a little less straightforward because I did not read my notes prior to joining. So note to myself, I will make sure that I do this prior to meeting with you guys next week. I'm so sorry for this. But yeah, so we really want to help your children to maintain and recreate or adjust the routines during the spring. Again, for the reasons that we chatted about, more social events, longer days, spring forward happens, and then again, end of the year starts picking up. So the more we prioritize the routines, the more success you will see at home, the less emotional outbursts that your child will have. And the more you can help them to maintain their routines and structure, which creates predictability, which is good for the brain and anyone who's anxious. We know that.